So, dito naman tayo sa mga agencies. Meron tayong mga Bureau of Corrections, Bureau of Immigration, National Bureau of Investigation, Parole and Probation Administration, Presidential Commission on Good Government, Public Attorney's Office, Office for Alternative Dispute Resolution, Office of the Government Corporate Council, Office of the Solicitor General, and lastly is the Land Registration Authority. So, alamin natin kung ano ang mga ito. Una ay ang Bureau of Corrections. The Bureau of Corrections is in charge with custody and rehabilitation of national offenders, those who are sentenced to serve a term of imprisonment of more than 3 years, gaya ng prison mayor and temporary disqualification na 6 years and 1 day to 12 years imprisonment. O kaya mga krimen na serial killing, corruption at iba pa. Next naman is yung Bureau of Immigration. Dito sa Bureau of Immigration ay kung saan it-monitor o sila ang in charge sa mga foreigner na pumapasok sa ating bansa at kung gaano sila katagal mag-stay dito sa ating bansa. At sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino na lumalabas sa ating bansa at mga bumabalik. National Bureau of Investigation. Ang kanyang main objective ay ang establishment and maintenance of a modern, effective, and efficient investigative service and research agency for the purpose of implementing fully principal function provided under Republic Act 157, or sila ang nag-handle sa mga cases like serial killing, drug suppliers, and others na nagbabiolate sa batas natin or sa Philippine law. Next naman is yung Parole and Probation Administration. Parole and Probation Administration is responsible for providing a less costly alternative to imprisonment of first-time offenders, which it allows criminals to avoid prison or to be released from prison after serving only a portion of their sentence. O kaya, para mabawasan ng isang penalty ng isang tao para di pa siya tatagal dun sa prison, dun sa prison. Presidential Commission on Good Government. The Presidential Commission on Good Government shall be in charge with the task of assisting the President in the recovery of ill-gotten wealth, or sila ang nag-i-investigate ng kayamanan ng isang presidente kung illegal ba o legal yung kanyang pinagkukunan. At para din dito is mabawasan yung mga corruption na nangyayari gaya dun sa or gaya kay former President Ferdinand E. Marcos na may sinasabi na yung kanyang kayamanan ay nanggaling sa korap at yung iba naman ay hindi. So next is Public Attorney's Office. Public Attorney Office exists to provide free of charge of attorney, legal representation, assistance, and counseling to the indigent person or those people who can't afford to pay an attorney. At dito sa public attorneys is sila ang magpo-provide ng attorney para sa mga tao na di kaya na mag or di kayang kumuha ng private attorney. Office for Alternative Dispute Resolution. Ang kanyang function is to promote, develop, and expand the use of alternative dispute resolution in the private and public sectors, and to assist government to monitor, study, and evaluate the use by the public and the private sectors of ADR, and recommend to Congress need for statutory change to develop, strengthen, and improve ADR practice in accordance with the world standards. Dito kasi sa alternative dispute resolution ay sinosolve na isang problema or conflict ng isang parties na di pa nila kailangang ipunta sa court. Next naman is yung Office of the Government Corporate Counsel. Ang kaniyang primary function is serve as the principal law office of all government owned or controlled corporation, like it act as corporate officers of the client corporation, assist in the administrative cases involving client corporation, act as member of task force and special committees of client corporation, and others that is under the Government Corporate Council. Next naman is yung Office of the Solicitor General. It is tasked to represent the people of the Philippines. So it is the representative, the Philippine government, its agencies, instrumentalists, officials, and agents in any litigation proceeding or investigation before the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal. So siya ang pinaka-core. So last is yung Land Registration Authority. Dito sa Land Registration Authority is the type. So dito is mandated to issue decrees of registration and certificates of title and registered document and other land transaction for the benefit of landowners, o kaya para maprotektahan ang mga own land para di basta-basta na inaangkin ng kung sino. So, recruitment and selection. Recruitment within the Department of Justice will meet the following principle to ensure that recruitment process. First is our fair, equitable, respectful, transparent, consistent, and confidential. Are aligned with the goals, objectives, and values stated in the Department of Justice strategic plan, will remain confidential within appropriate guidelines, encourage application from the widest pool of candidates meeting the selection criteria, are timely and responsive to output and candidate needs, are well documented, detailed, and comprehensive, are compliant with legislative requirement and obligation. Training. Aspiring prosecutor need to gain practical experience by participating in legal clinics by means of research and writing on legal issues for school law journals, as well as through practice trial under the supervision of lawyer and judge. 5-day onboarding training is a simplified version of a more rigorous program for onboarding prosecutors. The entry-level training program under the Lifelong Learning and Development curriculum for prosecutors. New prosecutors were also trained on the basic prosecutorial knowledge, skill, and gratitude. So, requirements. Requirements for non-prosecutor position or the Secretary of Justice appointee. One is the application letters. Two, jury accomplice personal data sheet. Three, certificate of eligibility for non-lawyer position. Original copy of the authenticated certificate of CS eligibility required for the position, or B. Original copy of boarding rating RA 1080 and a photocopy of updated PRC license for lawyer position, original copy of certificate of administration to the bar and its rating, D. Latest MCLE compliance, and then 4. Certificate true copy of transcript of record, 5. Certificate of true copy of school diploma, 6. NBI clearance, 7. Photocopy of performance evaluation or IPCR for the last 2 rating period. Then next is requirement for prosecutor for of position or the presidential appointee. Standard, we have the standard requirement: application letter, jury accomplice personal data sheet. 3. Recommendation from head of office where the vacancy exists. 4. Latest MCLE compliance. 5. Clearance. 6. For applicant recommend this with the pending cases to submit the following document. We have the recommendation letter from the head of office affirming his or her recommendation despite pending case. Second is the copies of affidavit compliant with complete attachment, and then the counter affidavit answer or reply with complete attachment, and then other related document. 7 is the photocopy of performance evaluation or IPCR for the last 2 rating period. At least very satisfactory rating if applicable. Then an additional requirement is the neuropsychiatric examination or drug test. 2. Photocopy of certificate of admission to the bar, and then 3. Certificate of no pending or PAW applicant, and then additional requirement for promotion: neuropsychiatric examination or drug test. 2. Certificate that he or she is the loan qualified applicant and need to be appointed in the exigency of the service, or if applicable. 3. Certificate of no backlog. Then last is the requirement for the third level position or the presidential appointee. 1 is the application letter. 2. Jury accomplice personal data sheet. 3. Recommendation from the head office where the vacancy exists. 4 is clearance. 5. For application recommendees with the pending case to submit the following document. And then 6. Photocopy of performance evaluation IPCR for the last 2 rating period. At least very satisfactory rating if applicable. Thank you.